Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, crispy. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Got my man Mugu Got Pan, aka D Cheese, aka D Cheatham, aka in the building.
What up?
That's too much of an introduction.
Hey man, show some love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man. Mark, how you feel over there?
Man, I'm great, man.
Yes,
Beautiful
sir.
day in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Same old shit, different toilet.
It was raining, and I don't know where that rain came from.
Man, it's still beautiful, man. I like the rain sometimes.
It calm down people.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
calm everything down.
Calm the earth.
Yeah.
It's relaxing, very relaxing and soothing.
Yeah.
The rain is. Yeah.
Get your mental clearness on and everything. So, D Cheese, how was your day, man?
Man, rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of them kids.
Teaching kids, man.
Amen. My day was good too. Shout out to my man Big Toe, aka Tory, aka Two Drink Toe, aka 7 Mile Stony over there, man. Mad love to him. He's somewhere on the island with 2 drinks in his hand at all times. So that's why they call him Two Drink Toe. Two Drink Toe, man. Mad love to him. Happy birthday and everything. And it's a couple more people's birthday on April Fools and everything. Didn't nobody do no April Fools joke on you today, did they, Mark?
No, man. No April Fool's joke on me, man.
Clearly not.
Okay. I be thinking dudes too. If you grown as hell still playing April Fool's jokes, you need to get smacked, man. But they still out there having fun though, man. Still out there having fun and everything. So I just hope LSU gonna win today. Hope God please let LSU win, because I don't want that white girl from Iowa to win at all. She ugly as hell. Lord, please. I need Reese to win because she pretty and was it Flau'jae? Yeah. Signed the Rock Nation. So the Rock. I can't throw nothing up now because dudes getting body with the lawsuits, man. You can't throw no Diddy, no. They coming out the J next.
Yeah, that's
allegedly.
That's the rumor.
My goodness, man. Hollywood, and we were just talking about Hollywood shady, man. I think this bigger than Puffy, man. This bigger than Puffy.
Right, he might have to he can't take some people with him though.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, he can't take nobody because they done raided the crib and got all the information they want out the crib. So,
boy.
Hey, man.
Shit, we thought Big was the notorious one.
See what I'm saying?
The notorious Puff.
Yeah.
The one we should have been worried about.
Yeah, man.
It's funny because it's like all these people have been around them all this time. Like since he was back up dancing.
Yeah.
When he was back up dancing to when he started Uptown with all the with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did something about the owners of Uptown and like where they at right now. Like I'll Be Sure and everybody going through like a bad time a little bit.
Yeah, except Puffy.
Yeah, now, shit changed.
Hey, man, Jaguar Wright was trying to tell y'all called Jaguar Wright crazy, man.
That's funny though, all the stuff that she said, like starting to call.
Hey, man, she said that, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, her first one was about 4 or 5.
Yeah, they called that woman crazy, deranged.
Crackhead.
What?
Drugs, like. And then she even said it though, like she was like, I've done drugs,
yeah,
this, that, and the other, but I don't know. I was like, when I first heard her, I was like, okay, she doing like, what everybody think you go on Club Shay Shay and spill some shit. But it felt like she was real. It felt like she believed what she was saying. So I was like, damn.
Yeah. The name of the show is Married Black Men Conversation, and the reason why I keep pushing this on Monday, and I just hope the show Mark don't close the door one day and be like, man, listen, we ain't got no room because we booked and everything. But I know it's going to come because he got to fill them spots and everything. So it's an honor that Mark.
I ain't going to turn my back on you, Dave. You've been rocking on the shit for too long, Dave.
Hey,
right? I ain't going to turn my back on you.
Appreciate you, man. The name of the topic is Married Black Men Conversation, and the reason why I keep pushing this, and the reason why I'm glad D Cheese is coming. I know Sam was working and Justin was somewhere in the wilderness climbing mountains,
Boy.
jumping over kangaroos or something like that. Freaky J doing what he do. The reason why I keep pushing this, man, because we got to. I mean, well, I think it's already cool, but as black men, we got to make marriage look cool. And it's only a few that I know that's making, being married cool. And when you around certain people that's cool and that's doing the right thing, you be like, damn, I might want to try that. But if you keep getting the story on this marriage is fucked up, look at the statistics of marriage, marriage is not working out, marriage is not doing this. If you keep hearing that rhetoric, the shit'll get, it'll make a single black man like, man, I'm not doing that shit.
Right. Just, chill out. Don't even think about that. It could. You know what I'm saying? I heard both sides of it. Like, I had examples of the good.
Right.
I had examples of the bad, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've heard, everybody make the jokes, the husband married jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Like Rodney Dangerfield, like, take my wife, please. And
Yeah, man.
that type of shit. But it's like, I think, like, once you in it and you can explain it to somebody, like, once you marry, you can explain it to somebody. And it's like, I think some people would like that situation. But in reality, though, it ain't for everybody.
Right.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Now it can be if you get the right teaching, if you don't get the right breakdown. But it ain't. Sometimes it's like you say, the cheese. It ain't for everybody.
and some people just don't want it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now, there's with all of these, stipulations and all these other little situations that happen that people watching of, people who may be celebrities or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They seeing all that fall off, but then they thinking of themselves in that position. And
Right.
realistically, you may not be in that position.
Right. And then for the most part, the people that are getting married that they're looking at, like the celebrity people. When I look at them, I'll be looking like y'all looking at the wrong people that they hold up to a high regard, and then you can see it's just an act. You can see that it's just a show, but and then behind the scenes, you don't know what's going on. They fighting and everything. Like like the one marriage that they had up for the most part, like Cardi B and Offset.
Yeah.
They was rolling with that shit like it was like hot cocoa. That shit was hot. J Lo and what's the baseball player name? A-Rod.
Yeah, A-Rod.
So I mean, they find these people that are married, and be like, okay, this couple cute, or they find one of the most toxic motherfucking relationships. What's my man, the rapper name? Blue something.
Blueface. And Krishan the Rock or something.
And they call that love. And then when you roll up on somebody, or D Cheese walk into the room, and you doing what you doing, they looking at your shit like it ain't. Like, nah, man.
You corny.
Yeah.
You're lame.
Yeah, I'm a cornball. Like, basically because, like, they think like, okay, this whole marriage thing for one is just, it's not what it really is. It's not what it's cracked up to be, and all this other stuff. But I think like when you growing up, man, if you got a chance to see, a bunch of sides, meaning you got to see somebody who was married and they was, been married for 50 years. Then you
Right.
seen somebody who might have been married and then they divorced.
Right.
Then you saw some people who was just single and been single, for all their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you get to see all of that and everything in between, you can make your mind up as far as, okay, is that something I want? I mean, to say that I got a person who gonna support me through whatever I do, they gonna be there, they gonna be my cheerleader, they gonna be my accountability as well, and some people don't want somebody else holding them accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason, like, I think the last time we had the show or I was on it, I was saying, like, you got to know yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know yourself, you will turn around and get into a relationship that is not your best look.
And then, for the most part, I tell black men all the time, when you get in a relationship, especially when you married, the marriage falls on the man. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you build it. I don't care how you say it. When that man asks that woman, will you be my wife? This is just me from my perspective. When I ask Rita, will she be my wife? It's like I'm responsible for her. I'm responsible for the way she feel. I'm responsible the way she look. I'm responsible the way how she carry herself. I'm responsible how she feeling. Everything that's in like the characteristics of a woman, I'm supposed to like motivate her to tell her, you look beautiful. You can do this. How was your day? And when I tell black men that if the relationship doesn't work, my brother, it's all on you. Because at the end of the day, that's the way it is. And P Dub was talking about this one time. Mm-hmm. He said, in a marriage, as a black man, where's our win?
Right.
Do we get a win in it? And I was looking at it like, you don't get a win.
You got to think like you're not going to win so you can keep coming to
there you go.
Practice, basically.
And you tell certain black men, like, man, when you get married, it ain't about you no more. Especially when you making them, especially when you got babies.
Boy.
You gotta take all that me, and you gotta distribute it out to the, like, it's kinda like you giving money out and you ain't gonna never get paid, but your enjoyment is your fruit on how you look at your kids, how you look at your wife, how people gonna look at you. How you go through the world and people hold you in high regard. So I mean, it's how you build it, man. It's definitely how you build it. So
yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off of that, though, it's like the owner of a business. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure Mark, you know what I'm saying, woke up one morning, some years in the game, got a chance to look back. Looked at the damn mantle, saw some awards and all that, and just felt good about the total aspect of what he's done. And I think that's to say, just basically, just what you're saying. I can look at my family and be like, all right, I know what I need to do every day, and feeling good about what you're doing because what you're seeing, you know, what you're seeing that your products. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you definitely you hit that right there.
Yeah. And DGs, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How well do you know your wife?
You know what? I learn something probably like every day, but the basics, like I'm there on the basics.
So I would say that in the marriage, and once again, this is only like a blueprint of what I've been doing. When you get married, you should be courting, or you should be having, or you should be dating before you get married. You should be courting. You're supposed to be trying to understand your wife. You're supposed to be trying to know every attribute of her life. You're supposed to know the ins and outs of her mother, her father, her good, her bad, what motivates her, because this is the person that you're gonna be for the rest of your life. And when you go through them transitions, and then you get to that point where you say, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this step, and we're going to become one. When you do that, you got to make sure that you got all your, I would say ducks, but you should have all your blueprints, be able to be like, okay, I know this woman now. So when you go through them trials and tribulations of, and I wouldn't say debating, because it's just an understanding that, it's a disagreement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it up with my wife. Most people that haven't been married always have questions about what if, what you do if they do this, what if you do that, what if you do that. And I keep repeating to them is, before you even get married, you're supposed to have these conversations before you even get to that.
Yeah.
Before you even get to the altar.
You can kind of have them answers already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's in going into some of the notes, that you had today. I think spending time. I think more people need, and I think I used this before when I was younger, but it was like more. You should turn yourself into the horse and carriage from the IndyCar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I mean, we living in the fast food society. I could meet a young lady tonight and, be bagging her probably before Wednesday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, the morning. The fuck you talking about? You waiting? That's too goddamn long.
I'm just saying, that's 24 hours, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's kind of like that. And the same thing from the woman's side. Like, I can get what I want from a dude, right now. Like, I don't have to wait. Mm-hmm. And so when it's that type of thing, to find somebody who's appreciating your slowdown and is going to slow down with you, then that's I think that's where we can figure out. Because I really think people need to spend more time with a person. Mm-hmm. Like I heard this one guy say that, some women got, preconceived notions about how long the engagement should be and how many years you should be dating before you get married. And I think you don't put a time on that, because I think if you do, then you subject to, push yourself or make a decision that you really is not going to be in your best interest. Mm-hmm. So it's like, slow down, take your time. I mean, it's like Brand Nubian, slow down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like, and the race of the tortoise and the hare. I mean, you go all the way back. You miss a lot of stuff when you speeding up. You miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And I think when you got people that's in your corner that that you can go ask that's been married, because what people are doing now is they getting information from people that's not married. And the people that's not married will give you, man, they will drop a 16 album bar on your ass, and you be looking like, this shit is platinum, knowing this shit finna go wood. And these people are the people that's not married. I mean, you see it on social media, you see it on TV, you see it in everyday life. This dude was talking, I was in the lobby, and this dude was dropping facts about marriage, and I had to turn him. I'm like, dude, you married? He was like, nah, I just know stuff.
I just know.
I said, what? I say, dude, you not married? Nah. I say, dude, where did you get that bullshit from? Man, that ain't bullshit. I say, guy, you can't give me a blueprint on building a car and you ain't never built no car. How you gonna give me something like that? But what he was saying in his heart, he thought that shit was like Lil Wayne album, the Carter 3,
do you remember any of the shit that he was saying?
I I zoned out because he was, he got into his zone. You know how, dude, I would get on my soapbox and y'all just niggas, y'all niggas just let me ride out. I just let him ride out, and I'm like, dude, I can't, dude, you believe this shit? And when I asked him, I'm like, dude, guy, you married? He was like, no. I said, wow. Guy, you came up with that bullshit for about like 20. He talked for about like 12 minutes.
Okay.
Hot bullshit for 12 minutes.
Oh, but if you listen, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, what?
You had an open ear, is going down.
They'll serve that bitch on the platter and give it to you in like with the left, and you be looking like, wow. But see, that's why I need Sam, because Sam will go. Remember, Sam said he put his son in the full course, like him and his wife in the full course press, prevent defense.
Yeah.
Sam a wild boy for that guy. But yeah, man. But you got to be able to study your wife and everything, and the most important thing, I got some notes. How well do you know your wife? What are some ways? D-Cheese, what are some ways that you build your wife mentally, spiritually, physically, and like emotionally? Like when you go in, your wife got a long day.
Yeah.
or she done came home and somebody done messed her energy up?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think number one, I think it's like you know how it's the statement like do unto others as you had them do unto you.
Right, right.
So it's like she's coming home. So and the same thing for me, I'm coming home, and so home is supposed to be where your sanctuary
Right.
is. That's your peace. And then you're being being the peace for each other in this particular case. So with that being said, I mean it's an array of things because you want to try to do things that hit one or two or more of them categories at once. Just being able to embrace and hug after that day. Even if it wasn't a bad day, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just basically being able to do that. Somebody to be able to talk to. Coming up with solutions. She's a manager. I was manager for many years. She deal with a whole lot of different personalities. Giving her some depression time. I mean, some decompress time. So like when she come home, she can get a chance to chill out and get into a relaxed mode before the rest of her night go on or whatever. Feeding into those thoughts and those ideas and the wants. Those are things that can, like I said, hit more than one thing at once. She likes to, family's a big thing with us. Family's a big thing with her side of the family. They have a very large family. Shout out to the Bingham family. Shout out to Evelyn Bingham. Love you, grandma. But yeah, those things, being able to be with her family. So making them ways for her to do that. Sometimes making it easy for her to love me. You know what I'm saying? Me being quiet and listening versus, trying to be overbearing, stubborn or whatever. I'm listening to her and the things that she giving me, that makes her feel good to give me an idea, to give me something that's going to be a seed that's going to bloom later on. So things that hit more of those, the spiritual, trying to do things that do hit more of those things one.
Just piggyback on what you said, D Cheese. Majority of the time, the thing that I look at is, especially when my wife come in from work, this just me, and I'm gonna just keep 100. I be needing her energy be at the right level, so I might want to touch her butt. I might want to feel on her, cause I'm sizing her up for later on when we get in the room. So I need So if I know the white guys at her job fucked her energy up, I know what type of she like mimosas. I know that I had that on deck. She like to watch them whack ass white shows. I got to make sure I had that on deck. I got to make sure the house is clean, because when she come in, first thing she try to do is do all that. If I can prevent all that, and when she come in, she at ease, I'm damn near at the promised land. All I got to do is just make sure that I come in and sit down, and I know I don't want to watch them whack-ass white shows. But what I do is I go in, I sit down, and I watch them shows for about 15, 20 minutes, act like I'm interested, even though I don't know what's going on. I don't know any of the actors. I don't know any of the episodes, anything like that. I just sit there because a woman likes to have somebody, and once again, I'm only speaking for me. Women that I know, they like to be in the presence of great men. And if you're able to sit there and just ask them how they doing, sit on the couch and don't say nothing, or damn near, hell, rub their feet, because they've been walking on their feet all the time.
Pretty much. So,
these are steps that I do to get what I want and make her job much easier. So, and I try to pass it on, because I know at the end of the day, my dad didn't do that. I seen other great men do that. So I stole that from a great man that I seen do that to his wife. I'm like, shit, that's it? 20 minutes and then conversation, clean the house, have what she have on deck and everything, and you do that over the years, how can you be arguing with somebody every day and you doing it every day?
Cause it's it's a reflection thing too.
Yeah.
Like from what I'm putting in there, you heard. And this all come down from what we was talking about at the beginning. Like taking that time to get to know somebody. That's that investment. So by you investing your time, yourself into this person, then that's the reflection. Like you gonna get that back. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's a win-win. Like you say, fair exchange ain't robbery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then at the same token, D Cheese, your kids looking at how you present that. And so your kids looking at how you present and give that to mommy, and they looking like, wow, that's what daddy do. That's how a man is supposed to do a woman. And then
right now, as a young kid, they looking like, oh, you cornball.
Hey,
then
man.
later they can be like, oh, that's what Pops was doing.
Yeah.
That's what Moms was doing.
He was courting mommy while she was on the couch and she was watching 24 and all that type stuff. So it's just art to it on, especially when you love somebody. Cause I can't speak, God, I can't be myself and I'm 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. I mean, once again, some people like to be by themselves. I just know David don't like to be by themselves. I like to have a partner right there.
Right. I didn't want to be. I don't think I thought about it being by myself though. In a sense, I was just like. I saw what my pops had, saw what my grandpops had, and it was more or less like, man, okay. I like what they have. Like, how do I get to that point? Although it's a long time, down the road, but just seeing them and the way they process through their days and how they process things. Man.
Mm-hmm. She said, "Stop wearing them shoes outside. Stop wearing them shoes. Stop wearing them outside shoes in the clean floors."
Mood shift.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Taking your shoes off at the door before you walk in the house.
And D Cheese, when you got brothers that's around you, what's some of the wisdom that you give single black men? Because I couldn't even give the information I had that the old boy was in the lobby talking. Ooh, I just walked off. I ain't give him no wisdom, guy. I just walked off from that situation.
I think anytime and I think the same thing I would tell my nephews. I would, young cats I grew up with on the block. Enjoy your time. If you don't, let's say this, you don't think nothing, you're not thinking of past tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. Enjoy being single. Enjoy where you at that point. Now, if you don't like where you at that point, then, you got some work to do.
Right.
But I think if you single, man, right now, I tell them, man, enjoy being single. Because there are things that they're going to, you're going to be able to enjoy being single, that at this point, if you figure like, okay, I'm going to do something, I'm going to get down with somebody, I'm looking for a relationship. If you already know you want to do that, that's fine. But like when you single, man, enjoy being single, because that's where you're going to learn the lessons in that. You know what I'm saying? There's lessons in being single. There's lessons in being married. But to know where you want to go, whether you want to stay a bachelor or a bachelorette or whatever, and or if I want to get with somebody and I want to build something, bigger than myself, then that's the biggest thing. But I tell them right now, man, enjoy being single. Be real. I tell them first off rip, be real. Cause you're not gonna get nowhere setting up no false story for yourself.
Right.
Cause at some point, the story gonna get broke. You know what I'm saying? So just be real, man. Like, sometimes you don't have what you want. So I know people want to, I want to flash, I want to be bigger than what I am right now. And sometimes you just got to be yourself, man. People will accept you, and the right people will accept you, let's say that. And you got to roll with it like that. But definitely, man, enjoy being single. Learn them lessons, man, because that's what's you're going to figure out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah. I mean, learn them. You gotta learn them lessons, man.
Man, God.
Whatchamacallit said that Jayla tried to say, man, you gotta learn them scriptures, B. You gotta learn them scriptures, because if you don't learn them scriptures, it's gonna be a wrap, man. It's definitely gonna be a wrap and everything. So, what we have? D Cheese, do you argue with your wife, or do you debate?
Yeah, I think it's more so a debate.
Okay.
I think it's more so a debate.
Because people like to know.
Heated though, it could get heated.
Do it, D Cheese?
Yeah, it could get heated.
Okay.
I mean, I tell you right now, not the
So,
number.
Dan, you said you don't. A man shouldn't debate with his wife.
I don't argue with my wife.
Look, number one, I'm just saying.
I mean, that's why I got to ask you.
It's dependent on what it is. Though.
I don't argue.
I mean, it's like, okay, it's not an argument, but it's like, I mean, it's like one of them things that the debate that'll go on for lifetime. WWE versus reality TV. That right there, like when you was talking about TV, you know, her life, you know, the shows or whatever. Right. That's one of them things. Like, she'll crack on me about watching WWE, and I crack on her about watching reality TV. So, and it's kind of like I would say, like, baby, it's the same thing. Why we arguing? I just came to that realization because I used to go hard in the paint. I would be like, oh, it's the same thing. And look at them. They doing this and looking at that. You know, I would go in. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy. They easy targets on them reality shows. The WWE is an easy target, but that's because of what it is.
Right.
It's entertainment. And in this case, reality TV is supposed to be entertainment, but it's more so like a cesspool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to watch that.
Right.
And but yeah, we kind of go. It's like a heated debate, but it's more of a fun debate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Has there ever been something that your wife wanted you to do that you didn't want to do, Dave?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to go to Vegas.
Okay.
I couldn't stand it. The only reason why I went to Vegas is because it was a group of us that was going to Vegas, and I had to, I wouldn't say, I won't use the word, I ain't humble myself. I was like, all right, Dave, just go on to Vegas and just.
You didn't humble yourself?
No, I didn't humble myself. Hell no, never humble myself. I just kept my mouth closed. Mark like that shit. I just kept my mouth closed, got on the plane, and, I went and everything, because, I think Vegas is whack as hell, but I had to go because she wanted to go to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas with you and everything.
So you embodied all of the components of humbling yourself.
No,
No,
I did not. No. Humbling was not me humbling and me saying I'm sorry. I ain't with all.
You
that.
don't apologize.
I don't apologize.
You don't apologize.
You just like, all right, let's do it.
I just because once you apologize,
do you apologize because you're never wrong? Or do you not apologize because it's just never warranted?
That's what it is. Because I don't like to say, "Hey, man, I apologize," because look, man, my bad.
So it's not that you're never wrong. That's your way of apologizing. So you do apologize.
Yeah, I do
apologize in your own way.
In my own way.
And you do humble yourself.
I never humble myself, Mark. I never humble myself. But
you just backtracked on saying that you don't apologize.
I don't apologize, and I don't humble myself.
But you just said you do apologize. You just apologize in your own way.
But that's not apology. That's not in the scope of apologizing. What you think and what everybody else think, like saying, "Hey, I'm sorry." No, I don't do that.
Okay.
I just, I just keep it moving, man. Okay. I don't argue with women. So, that going back and forth, I shut it down quick and everything. Now people in their mind might think that I be arguing with women, but I don't argue with women because there's no place for me to be debating with a woman, and I don't think a woman need to be debating with me. So I just leave it alone. I think that's why my mother have a hard time, like we be bumping heads, because I have arrived. My mother gave me all the tools. I'm here, and I teach my son, don't argue with women. A dude that argue with a woman, it lowers your standards. Like, dude, you don't even argue. Just keep it moving. That's it. That's in the marriage. Now,
you humble yourself. You don't argue.
No, don't argue. Don't humble myself, Mark. Never. Hey, brothers, if you married, don't D Cheese, Mark, whoever. I'm telling you, you get married, you cannot humble yourself, man. It's a way that you do it. I could tell you off camera and everything, but
why can't you tell them off camera?
Because listen, and in the marriage, my mother told me this: you can't tell your wife every. D Cheese, do you tell your wife everything?
Not everything. I mean,
Most single
it's
men.
You don't tell them everything. So, admission of the truth is no different than lying.
See,
right?
you can come up with that analogy, and you come up. See that's a cold ass bar. That's that Carter 3 right there. That's that Carter 3 right there. That's bullshit, Mark. You can't. My mama told me you cannot tell black men that's married or that's finna get. You can't tell your wife everything because some of the stuff she can't. She don't know how to.
Getting good now.
She don't know how to. She don't know how to take in the information, and it's no knock. As the leader and as the person that you guard in your house, it's certain stuff like you had a bad day and you didn't get into it with somebody. With me, I don't tell my wife everything that happened at work because sometimes the shit can get overbearing, and I got to be able to figure it out as a man and handle it. I can't tell her everything because she can't take everything. And I don't expect for her to take everything. I take all of the load, and I'm gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, I guess this is the part where I shut the fuck up because I'm not married.
But listen,
I feel what you're saying.
Most
like,
single men, they be like, man, I'll keep that shit 100. I go in there and tell everything. Take your dumb ass. Not you, Mark.
I'm not saying that I disagree with what you're
Right.
saying, but
I hear what you're saying. I feel like
Facts.
if you something that you can handle yourself, I mean, you're not gonna, you're not definitely. I'm not gonna add it to the conversation.
Yeah.
I just handled it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm sorry. Like DEFCON 5, DEFCON 10 type shit. Oh yeah, we gonna talk. We gonna definitely make sure we connected in communication.
to say that on the surface, it sounds like you're keeping secrets, and I know that's not what you're saying.
It sound
by
like
a
that.
long shot. I know that's
Yeah,
not what
but
you're saying.
you go through stuff and like shit through her day. She gonna go through shit that's like, may not reach an alarm or may not even be worth talking about, and it's not a conversation. You know what I'm saying, or something to even talk about.
Right.
So.
And I don't expect my wife to tell me everything that's on her mind, and I respect that. And that's how we grow. I'm not trying to, I done seen people in relationships where I done seen people in relationships that's not married that be up under the motherfucker all day, every day.
Oh, well, you can't grow like that.
But in 2024, bro, you better send me your location. You need to be texting me back. If I call you, you better call me back. If I'm not, I'm pulling up because I'm assuming that you fucking somebody. I'll be like, man, you living like this?
When you doing what you supposed to be doing, you don't get them conversations.
Hey man, 2024, they got drop your location on deck. What we at?
Oh no, I know relationships like I said, just me being a supervisor and working with other people that's in other type of relationships and stuff. Like people in relationships, young cats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they will lose a job quickly.
I'm saying this though, how do you get a job? Go to work, go outside on your lunch break to your car, come back in, and then sneak back out to your car. And I'm trying to figure out what this dude doing. Dude, his girl is sitting in the car his whole 8-hour shift. Like, bro, dog, what's really going on? And the same thing with the girl.
Yeah.
She got a boyfriend. This dude gonna drive to work, smoke weed in her car, kick it, and just hang out in the car for 8 hours.
Hey, man.
Because you want to know what this person's doing. Yeah. You want to know what they draws, when they took a shit. You want to know all that.
It's mind blowing in 2024 when people say a lot of married folks. That's why I'm trying to bring back being married. Marriage is cool from my perspective. Now some people can make it hard. Some people can make it difficult. Some people can make it easy. So you can make it what you want to make it. But I never in my life wanted to be like that. You sitting in the car for 8 hours or she's sitting in the car for 8 hours because you don't trust them and you get accustomed to that and you get, that's the way of life. That's what I do. I'm never going to trust them. And after a while, you be like, dude, this shit is not life. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. And then you got to nerve to have kids, bring kids into the world, and you doing the same thing.
That definitely, yeah. If you're gonna, if you being the example, if you're going to be the example, and you want to try to be the best example you can be, if you feel, but again, this is where people may feel like things that they do, since they saw other people go through them, or they went through it all their life, that is acceptable, and in some cases it's not. But some things are just not healthy, and you'll see as they play how they play themselves out.
What's the worst advice that you got, either D Cheese, before you got married or after you got married? Like the worst shit that you ever, like the worst advice somebody could ever told you. Can you give me like an example, D Cheese?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like, it's kind of hard because I think some of the stuff that I was told as far as marriage goes, that the person who was telling me, I could see that it wasn't working for them in most cases. So it's like, like a woman might say, or some women may say, you can't keep a man from cheating, or a man gonna do what he want to do. And in long story short, I never really followed that thinking. I never really followed that because it was like, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna be where I'm supposed to be, and handle my business, and there accordingly, I won't have no issues. And so therefore, it's played out like that. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it work for a lot of other people. Just basically like, I don't know. I think some people, some cats just felt like they could do, I'm not saying you can't do whatever you want to do.
Right.
But like not taking somebody else into account for what you're doing if you're married.
Right.
So those type of things. I've seen them, but like I said, I've seen it for I seen it that it didn't play out. You know what I'm saying, or work. So, I think everything that I've ever been told about marriage is some of the paperwork stuff. I would say, that was, some of it wasn't right. Some of it was, as far as like, you marrying debt. You basically marrying debt.
Right.
It has nothing to do with, like, if you go back to slavery and they was jumping over the broom. Had nothing to do with no paperwork, none of that. It was about two families, coming together. It had nothing to do with financials or none of that type of stuff. And so now in this age, we definitely see that it has a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, outside of that, man, I've been able to see a lot of different arrays of arrangements, and it was like, all right, well, I was going through my phase of, okay, do I want to be a stone cold bachelor, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my life?
Right.
Do I want to try to be a player, or do I want to be married? Do I want to be with one person, or do I want to be with one woman? And at the end of the day, it's kind of like that was what I was built. That was my foundation. Was that. So, I seen the players, hey, no knock. You know what I'm saying? That's what's set for you.
They ain't last long from when me and you was around.
But
them motherfuckers got buried quick.
But that's what's set for them.
Yeah.
That's how they want to, that's they run.
Man, be looking bold.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah. I think one of the worst advice that somebody ever could have gave me before I got married and then after I got married, like these quotes: "Happy wife, happy life." That got to be the most raggedy shit that anybody could ever say on the face of this earth. Anytime somebody say, and I be hearing these quotes: "Happy wife, happy life." Yeah. Like who the hell came up with that trash shit? And then
so the man don't matter, huh?
That's how it come off. That's when people say it. That's how it come off.
So I be looking when I hear, especially them older dudes that's kind of like handpicked and I wouldn't say, and I'm gonna probably get backlash, but hand-picked, pussy whip type older dudes that yeah, I gotta check on, I gotta see what mama say. Nigga, you call your wife mama?
Oh shit.
I be like, dude, come on now. And then the other quote that yeah, man, I got a honeydew list. Nigga, you got
Honeydew.
a honeydew. This, I mean, like, I'm telling you,
What
these
the fuck is that, Dave?
dude. So your girl, D cheese.
Honey do this, honey do that. It's basically like, I mean, it's basically like,
shit.
They got shirts out there like,
went over my head,
yeah,
man.
honeydew list.
it's like basically like stuff you walk to your house and be like, all right, I see that paint peeling over there. Let me go scrape that, repaint it or whatever. And it's like she got to make a list for
honeydew
you.
list.
She got to make a list for you of things to do. And it's like,
that list be long as fuck. I done seen some brothers looking dumb as hell on a Saturday. They gone. Can't watch college football. Can't watch football on Sunday because they didn't get finished with their job on Saturday. So they running over the Sunday. She got a list for your honeydew list. Like, nigga, somebody got to tell you what to do. You know the paint is scraped off. Do it. You know you got to cut the grass. Do it. You know it ain't no food. Go get some groceries, my boy. What is we doing? She treating you like a little boy. And dudes be thinking that shit is cool. Happy wife, happy day. I'll be like, man, would you get your ass away from me? You got them. See, that's them low vibration dudes that just get married. That need a woman to run their life. You got some men out there that's married and been married for 20 years that do everything their wife say. Be looking simp. Be looking sorry as hell. Them the dudes I stay away from. Women that will come in the house and disrespect the man in the house, and I come over and I gotta leave because I can't. You're not gonna be disrespecting the man in the house, and he's supposed to be your husband in front of me. I gotta go.
oh yeah, I mean, I think it put you in a part. It put you in a situation like you feel like this dude getting checked every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he hopping. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, I mean, this dude's out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's definitely dudes out there like that.
I just get away from these cheese. I'll be like, man, your life gonna be like, and then after a while, you see the years go by, and they done picked up weight. They not happy. They drink like 4 or 5 pints of Remy, or VSOP.
Hey, man, you gonna leave my damn Remy alone?
No. All right. Tito's, or they sitting in the goddamn garage every Saturday or something like that. Think that shit cool. Brothers don't be traveling. Brothers don't got no friends. Cause when you start acting like that, don't nobody fuck with you because your energy just be so low. Like you can't even have a basic conversation. You've been married and you can't even have a basic conversation about somebody without bringing up your wife in every situation.
Boy, but I think.
I mean, they unhappy, huh, Dave?
Hey man, they
Is that what that means?
I don't even. I just get away from them, Mark. I don't know if they happy. I just know they not in my circle. I just be like, man, I gotta go. And I see it. Once I see it, I'm like, nah, we ain't going that way, my boy.
I mean, it's
Nope.
kind of like people,
Can't be my friend.
I think it's like you say, it's like somebody who's looking to be ran.
Mm-hmm.
Like I look, like I can get up and do the basic stuff every day, but I need a little extra motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might like that. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd rather it be a reciprocal type relationship,
Mm-hmm.
meaning I'm putting in work, you putting in
Just
work.
like
and
just
then-
like we understand the concept of how some women we know like to be told what to do.
Exactly.
Right.
It's the same as that.
Maybe it's this the same thing for some men. They like to be told what to do.
And when I pick that energy,
they need guidance.
Yeah,
they need
man.
structure. They need, the visionary to tell them which way to
Yeah.
go and which way not to go.
yeah, just don't come around David. Don't come around me. I'll be like, man, I got to get away from this dude. And me being married for so long, I can pick it up instantly. And this is no slight. Somebody gonna go back. My stepfather was like that. Mr. Hornbuck was like that. My mother ran the ship, and he did whatever she said. And I seen that, and I'm like, wow. She cracking the whip, and he he like, what you want me to do now, baby? What you want me to do now, baby? And and was a great dude. Be able to understand how he did things with my mom, but for the most part, she ran the ship. And I'm like, man, I see other dudes in the neighborhood. I'm like, dude, they not running the ship. I mean, they should not ran like this, man. But whatever makes that individual happy, hey man, rock with it. Rock with it. I just be like, man, not I said the cat. No.
Not I said the dog.
Man. No sir. No sir.
Man.
But we got 3 minutes. It's gonna be in 2024. We gonna make being married cool. And the ones that are having problems, because in a relationship, I think a relationship is supposed to go smooth. If you can't find nobody, or you can't communicate, or you can't love somebody, you got to start evaluating yourself. You run off everybody that come into your life. You can't connect with nobody that's in your life. And then when I look at, I might get in trouble for this. When I look at women that's constantly posting or always talking about the man and never build the black man up, when I hear women talking about that, I be looking like it's a reflection of your life. If you can't find nothing good about a black man and you always tearing the black man down, it's a reflection of your life. Your father wasn't in your life. You ain't got no great men around you. Somebody might have touched you that you mad about, that you ain't got rid of, or you haven't talked to. You don't got a connection with God, and that shit will last with you for a lifetime. And then you want to know why don't nobody want to mess with you, or don't nobody come around you, or don't nobody check on you. And you got all the great quotes about why men ain't nothing, why men ain't shit, why men ain't that, and everything. And I got a daughter. I'll be like, beautiful. You see these women right here? I seen her last week. I'll say, beautiful. Listen, we got to have a conversation. I do not want you to act like this. I do not want you to act like that, because when you start acting like this, thinking like this, doing this, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be one of them sexy reds. You're gonna be one of them city girls. You're gonna be one of them. Beautiful. Don't be a city girl.
You're gonna attract the type of energy and attention that you don't want.
Man, and the shit is gonna be real.
Man, clearly that. I think, what you see, you can apply to your life. I mean, the whole idea is to learn. That's like you showing your daughter, you teaching, you talking to her. You have an open, you got a converse, you got an open door of conversation, to have with your kids or your wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing that they gotta see, man. And really, I think, man, I can't get off the statement of, get to know yourself, man. Because once you know yourself, that's when you can go into the lane that you're supposed to be in. Like attracting the right type of women, attracting the right type of men. If you know yourself, that's spend time with yourself as well. Don't keep just throwing your time and investing your time in other people and other things that may not be enriching you. Invest your time into yourself, be retrospective, and learn from yourself, man, and learn from the people around you. I mean, because you could be in a bad situation, but you could have learned something from somebody in that similar situation that now, okay, I got a way to maneuver to get out of it.
Right.
So it's like, know yourself, and then you could kind of steer yourself away from a lot of bad situations that may not work for you.
And we thank you. Hopefully y'all shared, show love, see some views on this boy. This boy popping. Appreciate you, Mark D. Cheese.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
yes, sir.
you, my brother, for showing up. We gonna make marriage look cool again. First of all, it's already cool because we talking about it and everything.
Man.
So and if you not married, don't be giving no whack ass advice out there, man. Please don't do that, man. Don't be trying to tell somebody what they need to be doing. Go find somebody older or something like that, a little more wisdom, because your shit not platinum, man. Your shit like Uzi Vert or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The wrong type message, man. We'll see y'all next week. Detroit Stand Up. Appreciate you, Mark, man.
We out of here.
Peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7